Good afternoon again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. And yes, we're getting back to the JRC, but first, brief disclaimer. If you're unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, all pertinent links can be found right there in the description box for you. So if you should like the deep dive on the subject, you're certainly able to go ahead and do so. Trigger warnings. We do have this channel marked not for kids for a reason. I do use profanity. And when we cover topics like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center or Agape Boarding School for Boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got a child that is 16 and younger and they are watching this, parental supervision is advised. So, where we left off. All right, this one says, as a disabled adult who has worked with a disability advocacy group, I believe these electric shock devices should be banned. The usage of this device is cruel, unnecessary, and inhumane. It does not change the behavior for the better, but serves only to cause pain. Exactly. Fear is not a tool that can be properly utilized in medicine. The fact that this has to even be stated in the year of our Lord 2025, my God, can the comment hit already? Because I'm tired of this. I can't do it anymore. We got Epstein over here. We got raids going on all over the place. We've got people trying to silence legacy media. Like, comment. I am team comment. May it hit hard, fast, and incredibly soon. Humanity's had a good run. All right, let's go back. We'll take a look at a few more of them here. All right, as you can see, this is part of the template. Again, you can always find those at ARC of the United States or the Autism Self-Advocacy Network. It's a good tool to get a hold of your legislator and comment on things such as this. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and read this. This says, hello, I am the family member of a disabled person. I want the FDA to pass a rule banning the use of electric shock devices for behavioral modification. The use of electric shock devices hurts people, and I believe that disabled people should not be hurt. But you guys hurt yourselves, and? So explain to me how having a direct care staff do it instead means that somehow magically that means I'm not getting hurt anymore. But it doesn't hurt. You literally designed it to cause it pain. Yes, but it's only brief. You're backpedaling. But it's the only thing that works, said every abusive parent ever. And. Come on now. But surgeries have nothing to do with intentionally causing the patient pain as the end-all be-all in and of itself. The object of surgery is to help someone feel better. The object for the GED device is to cause someone intense physical pain. That's literally what it's designed to do. To say this is like surgery just makes you look absolutely idiotic. Just saying. This is a dated technology, and its continued use is unacceptable in the year of our Lord 2025. I know it says 2024, folks, but just go with me here. There are other methods available to help people with self-injurious or aggressive behavior, and a full functional behavioral assessment available to be taken so you can discover which one of those is probably going to best address the particular issues of the patient on hand. Just saying. That's literally why they exist. I have a family member who has engaged in this behavior. My family and I have never needed to use violent tools like electric stimulation devices to help her. Through conversation, distraction, and therapeutic tools, we have been able to care for her and treat her as a human being instead of an animal to be controlled. You see, hon, what they're going to do is tell you that they've already tried all that. They're lying out of their faces, but that's what they're going to tell you, and that you just don't understand. You're obviously not as severe as the kids at the JRC. I'm not saying that it's true. I'm telling you what the JRC is going to tell you. So that's when you hit them with questions that can only be answered in specifics. What I mean in regards to that is tell them, okay, what different types of therapy underneath the positive behavior umbrella have you tried in regards to have assistance with self-injurious and aggressive behavior? What is the specific names of the therapy? Because if the JRC doesn't name them, that means they didn't try them. They don't even know what they are. Okay? Let me go ahead and continue here. She and all disabled people deserve that dignity and safety. We are lucky enough to live in a world where there are resources for carers of disabled people, where we do not have to resort to electric shocks to theoretically help people. Fear never helps. Trust me, I am an expert at this point. I have dealt with fear for as far back in my memory as I can possibly go back. It's no way to live. It's not a tool. Fear does nothing but destroy. Fear cannot create. Fear, like violence, only destroys. It should not be utilized in medicine as a tool, even if it gives you the results that you think you want. Because whether it's today, tomorrow, or even 10 years and now, eventually the bill comes due. It always does. Let me continue on here. This tool does not help, and I advocate enthusiastically for the banning of these devices. Disabled people deserve better care than these devices provide. We as a country can do better for disabled people, and this ban would be a move in the right direction. The whole school needs to be shut down and condemned. And then right after them, we should start in on those troubled teen centers while we're at it. Shut them all down like we did to the institutions of old. That's what I would like to see. And stop with this idiotic nonsense that somehow fear is this miraculous tool that will all of a sudden turn me magically neurotypical is just completely asinine and insane. Just saying. Putting it out there for y'all, you know. All right, let's go to this next one here. It says it's unethical that shock is being used as a way to control behavior. It's creepy just on the very surface of it. Okay? Contrary to popular belief, you cannot just drill a particular set of actions in me and think that they're going to automatically replace the default setting. Because, folks, I'm autistic. That's not how it works. That might work for neurotypical people. It has never, ever worked for me. And what gave me my peace is that I eventually just stopped trying to be neurotypical. Now, of course, I've had all those people, you just don't want to get better. No, it's that my version of what better looks like, as opposed to what the neurotypical world's idea of what better looks like, are completely two different things. The neurotypical world doesn't care about the price I have to pay so that I can fake being neurotypical to their satisfaction. And even when I do, I'm supposed to treat the fact that they are now including me as though it's some great privilege that has been earned, instead of the obvious caving to pressure it really is. If I have to change every single little thing about myself in order to engage with you, you're not worth engaging with. Those are the lessons that I learned young and learned the hard way. But let me go back to where we were here. We got a couple more to do and we'll go ahead and close out for this one. All right, this one says, I am an autistic adult who has been subjected to extensive and blatant ableism from the medical field. Take a number, kid. I'm pretty sure that is every single last one of us, to the man, woman, child, non-binary, they, them, however you wish to refer to yourself. It's all of us. Believe me, it's all of us. With little to no recourse, as the dehumanization of people with my disability is normalized. We are literally having people these days use terminology such as, look at them, they're probably on the spectrum, as a slur against other people. My diagnosis is literally being used as a slur and insult towards other people. And this is not something that has always been around. This is something that has began to happen within the last 10 years or so. It's goddamn disgusting. It's ableist as hell. Like neurotypicals, we are well aware of the fact that you don't like us. So if you could just, pay for us to get a chartered flight the fuck out of here, buy us an island, and then, vomit us back to wherever the hell you came from and leave us alone, that would probably be real great. Sorry, folks. Sometimes I do get fired up. The accepted use of extremely inhumane and painful shock devices, listed as torture by the United Nations, is an extension of the systemic violence perpetuated against autistic people, and advocacy organizations which center autistic people themselves strongly oppose these methods. Any sane human being would. There exists a wide range of non-aversive humane methods to help individuals refrain from self-harm, such as therapy which respects the individual's personhood and is tailored to their circumstances for maximal efficacy. Like using tools that actually work, like the full functioning behavioral assessment. One of these days, I'm just going to totally get that tattooed somewhere. Maybe I'll do it with Latin characteristics, or maybe even I may look into getting it in Gaelic or just Viking runes. You never know. I say it often enough. In fact, the systemic dehumanization of autistic people, as if anything, a major contributor to the mental health crisis and prevalence of self-harm within this population. As an autistic American and advocate of human rights for all, I urge the FDA to ban the usage of electric shock devices for behavioral modification. Thank you. And they also posted a link from ASAN, the shock factory sheet that was put together many years ago, and we tend to update it every few years or so in regards to the JRC. So glad to see that there. And now for the last comment for this video. We're going to go down here. Next one, we're going to start on page 5. All right, this one says, I support this common sense ban of electric shock on human beings, which would also be an inhumane to treat a dog. Oh no, I will fly off the Like, if I were to step outside my door right now and I saw someone place a shock collar on their little puppy, you better hope Jesus comes down himself to restrain me, because otherwise you're going to get an up close and personal meeting with the concrete. Sorry, not sorry. There are a lot of ways I'm my mother's daughter. When it comes to the abuse of animals, I am my father's daughter. And there was a particular time where my dad saw a neighbor kick a dog, and yeah, just saying. All right, we're going to go ahead and close out, folks. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few we do tend to get removed from time to time. So don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit the comments, and don't forget to make sure that you are still set up to receive notifications. We're going to be continuing on with our HIPAA series, our Advanced Directives series, the Medicaid series, and down the rabbit hole as well. And I don't want you all to be missing anything. I appreciate your time. And as always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea absolutely do hope you have a good one. I'll see you all here in a little bit. Bye-bye, everyone.